Hey, what's going on? I'm adjusting. You see? There we are. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I just wanted to pop on and answer some questions about the standard. I'm Sandra Funk, and I'm thrilled to have you here. So, thank you so much for those of you who sent questions ahead. Also, feel free as we go to put questions into the chat. So, I'm going to dive right into the questions that I've got, shall we? We shall. Okay, so does your potential client process help you find the right projects? Absolutely. So, inside the standard, we have a whole module on the potential client process. And it's not just the step by step tasks that go into vetting clients and onboarding clients and all of that. It goes a lot deeper than that. It's also about who is the right client for you, really getting to understand that within yourself, and then saying yes to your ideal projects and saying a very, very kind no thank you to the ones that are not fitting your ideal, right? When we do that, we make space for those ideal clients to come fill in, right? I know so many designers who are starting out or maybe are stuck in feeling unworthy of kind of laying it down, and they say yes to pretty much anything that comes through their door. And what happens is they become jack of all trades, master of none, right? So when we don't like, and I, when I, we talk about niching a lot, but when we niche into our ideal client, the size, scope, the client makeup, right? The details that go into an ideal client niche, we become masters of something instead of jack of all trades. And so for a long time, I resisted niching because I was like, I don't want to just do kitchens or bathrooms. Like I just couldn't get my head around what was I supposed to niche, or like one design style and then it goes out of vogue. And I've built my whole firm around, you know, I don't, whatever, gray, because that was really cool for a long time. But that's never what I wanted to do. I always wanted the excitement and the variety of working in all kinds of different styles and all kinds of different period of homes, all of those things. But what I did figure out is that my ideal client, this client that I work for over and over and over again, is my niche. And so when I'm talking about that, it's kind of their makeup. It's generally a family that generally have two careers. They generally have a couple of children and at least one animal, usually a dog. They are kicking ass in their careers. They have the budget for interior design. They are also focused and professional, and they want me to be the expert. They want me to take the project and run with it. They don't want to micromanage. So they're because they have the children and the dog means that they're interested in really creating a home, creating memories. They're invested in their home being special and unique and reflecting them and their family. They're in that making memories phase of life, which is a perfect phase, in my opinion, for as a design client, right? Because they're definitely interested in furniture that's going to last a long time, so they're ready to invest. They really want, to host, and they want the friends to be all coming back to their home. So when you figure out who your ideal client is, and then the size of the projects, and make sure that you have the right budget for those projects, all of a sudden your marketing, how your firm is set up, everything that you do is speaking directly to that ideal client and that size and scope of project. And it is incredible. It is the law of attraction. It is energetics that you start to attract more and more of those ideal clients, that you're putting out into the universe, that that's what you want. And we're not just sitting in meditation and thinking about them, although I do love that, but your marketing is speaking to them. Again, the processes within your firm are aligned to service that client, right? If your clients are super crazy, busy, double income, two kids, and some pets kind of people, they probably don't need you to hold their hand, spend every waking minute with you, go shopping with you. They're not trying to tag along on your market trips, right? Those are my people. I'm like, you do what you do best and I'll do what I do best. That's how I like to work. I really like to sink into the creative juices and take my time with it. Okay, I'm going forever on this one question. I'm going to keep it moving. So yes, our potential client process helps us find the right clients 100%. And it helps us pull them to our firm too. So if you're not currently set up with a pipeline that you desire, the standard will help you bring in more clients that are in alignment with what you're looking for. Okay, more questions. Should I wait until I have more clients to do the standard? No. It's such a dichotomy. I hear from designers all the time. I would love to do the standard, but we're just jammed. I have to wait until I like get through this crazy time in my firm, right? So they've got too many clients and they feel like they need to wait to do the standard. No, right? When you have too many clients, you need to service those too many clients in an amazing way, and it's time to get it going. Similarly, when you don't have a ton of clients, I know how that feels. I know how that feels. I remember that feeling of feast or famine. Like the minute you finish up a big project, you're like, oh, will I ever work again? Will the phone ever ring again? Will anyone ever hire me again? Does anyone even know I exist? Right? You go into like total spastic spiral, girl, when you're literally just finished up a beautiful project. That's why you have this emptiness, right, in your pipeline. So a big part of the standard is we're going to help you smooth out that pipeline so that you're not taking on too many projects that you don't feel like you don't have the capacity to learn something new. You don't have the capacity to keep growing and learning and improving. But we're also going to make sure that you have enough clients that you don't feel like you're in scarcity either. You don't feel like you can't invest in your firm because you don't have that clientele coming in. So again, the standard is really going to help you smooth out that pipeline. We have tons of information inside of there about, tracking how long projects are going to take, pipelining those out so that you can, again, make sure you don't get overbooked, but also really understanding who your ideal client is, really speaking to them so that they are attracted to you and you are getting consistent potential clients that are quality coming into your firm. So waiting until you have more clients. When you have more clients, you will feel busy and you will feel like, well, maybe I don't have the time to do the standard. So please take this moment. If you're thinking about waiting for more clients, instead, you have the perfect thing to focus on right now, implementing a program to totally transform your business from surviving and getting through the day to absolutely thriving. And so don't wish this moment away. You have been given the alignment of not too busy with clients and standard is open for enrollment. This is the perfect time for you to make this big, big investment in your business. It will pay off for decades to come. Okay? Awesome. You guys feeling me? If anyone has questions, go right ahead and put them into the chat. I appreciate it. Okay. So I have another question for you. Little water break. All right. I need to get my shit together. Pardon my French. How can I be sure that the standard will actually work for me? I'm not naturally organized. Okay, so I have worked for other designers. I have spent time with other designers. I have been in other designers' firms. And there are a lot of designers out there. I would say about half that naturally it's like everything is everywhere. Piles are the way. Fighting fires, creative brilliance, like all the fabrics are like in this huge pile and you're like, boom, I see it, right? I get it. The creative process can be more is more is more. It can be totally disorganized. It doesn't, when I'm in the creative flow, it is about getting out every sample. Like I got to see it. I got to try it. I got to put it all together and then I got to clean it up. But don't you worry. We have had designer after designer after designer inside the standard have these systems put in place. Like, don't you ever just wish you could hire an organizer to come into your house and just put everything where it belongs? If they would just set me up right, I could maintain it, right? I literally think this to myself all the time. And I have used organizers in these like little bits and pieces around my house, and it is the best because that's what they're doing. What we do in the standard, we just set it up right. That is exactly what an organizer does. They find everything has its place, everything's in the right order, everything is happening in the right sequence, right? That's exactly how the standard is. You don't have to be super organized because we come in with that structure to show you and guide you, and then we really walk you through it step by step. then what you're doing is just maintaining, customizing, making it your own. So we have had incredible, incredible success with designers who used to be like fighting fires, everything was off the cuff, everything was running around crazy, to really, really able to thread this through and feel like they are efficient. They know where things are. The team knows what to do next. Everything just feels like it's in flow. And that's what we're really trying to go for. From scrambling and that heart pumping, like frustration, stress, to flow. That's the goal. Okay. Yeah, the Asana process is so smooth, and it's really a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, we have another question, shall we all? The standard sounds great, but I have no time. How do I make this happen? Okay, we just talked about this, right, you guys? I hear two things from designers. I can't do it this time. I don't have enough clients. I'm going to wait until next time. And then they get those clients and they're like, well, now I'm so busy. I'm going to wait until I have a break and I finish up these projects. Do you see? Okay, do you see, you guys? That's not true. What that is that's your fear of your own greatness putting roadblocks in front of you. Okay? Those are we all have enough time, right? We're all given the same hours in the day as Oprah and all the, incredibly effective people out there in the world. We all are given the same amount of time. We have enough time. What are your priorities, right? And when it comes to, I don't have enough clients. Well, again, if you had all those clients, would you like think you have the time? So again, these are fears. These are fears that come up when we are on the precipice of change. And it is so natural and normal to feel completely like you're standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon, and you just don't trust yourself to look over. And so you say, I can't look over, I don't have time, right? Or I can't look over, I don't have enough clients. Or I can't look over, I don't have enough experience in design yet to do that program, but one day I will. And that one day, you guys, is right now, because there's only today, right? We all know that is there. Tomorrow becomes today when you're there. And then you will find another excuse. If you are not really checking in with yourself, facing your fears, and understanding that transformation, change, can give you like a whole lot of feels. And sometimes those feelings really make us want to run away, because any change, any big transformation, especially something like this, we know, we have the direct evidence. Me going through it, I hit rock bottom, changed how I ran my firm, used it in my business, and my business just catapulted forward. And then now hundreds and hundreds of designers have used the standard. We have proof that it will absolutely catapult your firm ahead. Usually, designers have told me they feel like they just saved 10 years of trial and error and figuring it out, and the expensive lawyers and the expensive coaches and the expensive time of reading all the books and doing all the things, right? So if this is going to save you 10 years of interior design business knowledge, but you're standing on the cliff, and the bottom line is, do you feel worthy? Do you feel ready? Right? I don't have enough clients. I don't have enough time. I'm saving up for next time. All of this is I'm not worthy yet. And I have news for you. You are. Again, I've seen it with hundreds and hundreds of designers. Take this little leap, and the net will catch you. The community will support you. All of us are going to be there for you. And you will watch yourself just absolutely catapult ahead in your business. I'm going to say it again. We go from survival, which is baseline, right? I'm surviving. I'm getting through the day, right? You get to the end of the day and you're like, whoa, what just happened? As opposed to thriving, closing deals, nailing installs, seeing incredible visions come to reality, delegating to your team with joy and efficiency. Like, there is so much for you on the other side of this. I have a good friend who once said to me, I figured out what's on the other side of fear. right? And it's joy. Like, you just have to step over it. You really have to look the fear in the eyes and go, not today. Not today, fear. I believe in me. I'm worth it, right? Permission granted. You are worth it. So tell your fears to take a back seat, to get out of the way. You are about to go into greatness. You are about to have your entrepreneurial skills on par with your design skills. And I think that's one of the big things that the standard really does for designers is I know so many designers who are so confident about their design skills. They are where they belong. We are doing our dharma. We all come to interior design based on our passion for design, right? None of us got pressured into getting a design degree because it was the practical choice. Like, we're not an accounting career. We are interior designers. I haven't met any designer yet who said, man, my parents made me go into design. Like, chemical engineering, yes. Design, no, right? So we're here because of our passion. We're here because of our natural God-given talent. We're here because we worked our ass off and studied hard and apprenticed with amazing designers. Whatever your story is, your design skills are like right here, right? You're like, I kick ass at design. I live this. This is what I dream about at night. I want your business skills, you as an entrepreneur, to be that confident. I kick ass. I live here. I dream about this shit at night. That's how I want you to feel about how you price your services, your design agreement, how your phases of your process run, how you delegate to your team, how you provide supportive, encouraging, and firm HR, all of it. I want you to feel like this in your business, both the design and the entrepreneurial skills equal, because that is what takes you from in it, swirling, whirling, survival mode to just thrive. I just want to take you all and put you on a springboard and fling you ahead 10 years in your business, because it feels so good when you get to the other side and you have all the clarity and you have all the confidence, and all of a sudden you are just in flow. It's beautiful. And when you're in flow, you're making great money. You actually have time to go to that concert, to sit sidelines at your kid's game and be fully present. I used to bring design work to my kid's soccer game and be sitting there editing plans, right? Sure. Cool. Kick ass. No. Be there. Be with your kids. Be 100% there, because you are 100% locked down at work. You got it covered, right? Okay, cool. I have another question. Thank you guys for sending these over. I already have a coach. Would the standard still work? 100%. So the standard is a business structure. It is the backbone of your business, okay? I am in the standard giving you the why we do it, how we do it. I'm there giving you encouragement. I'm there absolutely cheering you on. But the standard is not one-on-one coaching. It's not one-on-one chatting through the scenario that happened this week inside of your firm with an employee, with a vendor, with a trade, with a client, all of it, right? So that is still a very valuable conversation. I love my coach. I meet with my coach at weekly as much as humanly possible, whenever the schedule allows. And having someone on your side that for me, it needs to be mindset, because I'm always making sure to have my head screwed on straight and not get swirly whirly into some sort of overwhelm or fear like we just talked about. Again, my position on this comes from over a decade of work with a one-on-one mindset coach who just really has taught me so much about my excuses are my fear of my own greatness getting in the way. That doesn't come from straight out of the sky. That comes from years and years of work. And so when I see it, I say it. But listen, if you already have a great coach, I'm sure your coach would totally support you having a business framework that will level you up and absolutely support you through that. Amazing. In addition, the standard has an incredible community of designers. We get together, it's open forum on our private Facebook group, and we are completely all the time in communication. I mean, many posts per day, and then just incredible watching this community just support and take care of and respond to one another. Anywhere from, hey, does somebody have a receiver in South Carolina, to here are the numbers I'm about to present. I am freaking out. Can somebody tell me that this is going to be okay? Or I just had this potential client interaction and here's how it went. Can you guys help me respond? Like, I'm crafting my response and I want to make sure I'm walking that line of not too harsh and not too soft, and like all of those little details. Now, of course, the standard gives you templates for all of that, but we're always customizing it and making it our own. And it's a beautiful place to kind of go like check in and just, more than anything, get that encouragement from one another. I think it's so, so important. Okay. You guys, if you have questions, pop them into the chat as we go. Awesome. And I've got some questions ready for you too. I'm interested, but I'm just not sure about the investment. How do you make decisions like this? So again, I'm just going to take it right back to where I've been. That is another standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon, right? The canyon represents greatness, and you are at the edge, you're at the precipice. And our ego is like, we're so comfortable right where we are. We know how to do right where we are. And your ego will spend all day long telling you, you're not good enough. We shouldn't try that. We're not going to make that leap. That's not going to work for us. That's too much money. You're not worth it. Are you really going to make it back? Like, that is your ego begging you to stay complacent, to stay right where you are. I don't know why we're set up like that. That's probably a book I need to read. But I know for sure when we stand at the edge of big transformation and big change, and we just get that flood of, I can't because, I can't because, I can't because. What I know for sure is that we have to say, I love this. I can't think of who said it. The woman Elizabeth Gilbert, I think she's the one who said, she wrote Eat, Pray, Love. I think she's the one who said, when my ego is like screaming at me like that, although we can't do that, that's not going to work, we can't. She's like, I visualize myself being like, okay, I am driving the car. I'm going to take the map back. I want you to hop in the back seat, buckle up, because you're not in charge, right? My soul, my intuition, my higher self knows that what I need to do next. And so my feeling is, if you're standing at the edge of the cliff, if you're looking at your ability to take the leap into greatness, to make this transformation, to make this huge change, that something has called you to this, right? Something has brought you here. Something resonated. You heard about the standard and you're here with me now because you are considering this transition to greatness. You are considering this incredible life change. And all those little things that are holding you back, tell your ego, full of his fears, full of his what ifs, full of his I can'ts, put him in the back seat, tell him to buckle up, maybe slap him back some like road trip snacks, and tell him that he is not in charge, but he is welcome to come along for the ride. Okay. Your soul, your heart, your higher wisdom, your intuition knows what to do next. And that's how I make any big decision. Is I really try to call on my higher self. I really try to go deep into, what do I know is right for me, not with all the fear surrounding it. Because the fear is just some little bit of you trying to keep you right where you are, because they feel safe and comfortable there. Okay. So I hear this all the time as well. I'm definitely doing the standard the next session, right? No, the time is right now. If you know you're going to be doing the standard, I beg of you, go check out our Instagram feed. There's this wonderful quote by a standard member who says, I found out about the standard and was like lurking. I was like a lurker on the outside for like a year, and I finally pulled the trigger and I am having success with it, right? And I'm kicking myself that I waited so long to do it. Because if you know that you have the potential for greatness, if you know that eventually you will make the leap, why wouldn't you give yourself that leap right now, right? I hear it from designers all the time, kicking themselves because they didn't just go ahead and believe in themselves and invest in themselves and do it when they knew, when they were called, when they first knew that it was right for them. Okay? If there's a will, there's a way. And I would love to have you inside. All right, I'm going to just check in. Sarah, do we have any other questions that you've had come in today that you want to talk through? Anybody want to talk through anything else? Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you have other questions, pop them into the DMs, send over an email. I am going to be completely yours for the next 24, 20, 36. I don't know. We close tomorrow at midnight. And so I am available to answer those questions for you, to talk through it with you. We can have, we can have like a chat with you, your higher self, your ego, bring all the versions of yourself, and we can talk through what's happening, what's going on, all the things. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.